Hello everyone, and we welcome you into the Pioneer Weekly Recap and Preview Show. I'm Brian Staten. Last week we gave you some of the spring sports schedules, but we didn't necessarily give you quite everything. The preseason polls and the preseason all-conference teams are out, so let's go over some of those right now. We'll start with the lacrosse teams, and we'll start with the women's lacrosse. Women's lacrosse, preseason number 9, Juliet Casano was picked as a preseason all-conference selection. Men's lacrosse, a preseason number 6, Liam McDonald, Quinn McKittrick, and Joel Edgar were selected as a preseason all-conference. Check out the latest and the latest stories from men's and women's lacrosse at TusculumPioneers.com. As far as the Diamond is concerned, softball, they were a preseason number 10 this year. Brittany France was a preseason all-conference selection for the Pioneers from second base. For baseball, they were preseason number 5 this season. Dalton Martin, the All-American, was also a preseason selection all-conference. They get underway this weekend in their traditional Florida trip. And also in men's and women's tennis, let's start with men's tennis. They were a preseason number 3 this season. Yago Fernandez was an all-conference. And the women's tennis side of things, a preseason number 2 after winning the conference a year ago. Julia Lopez and Africa Moda were preseason all-conference selections for the men's and women's tennis teams. Best of luck to their seasons coming up. And again, all of the spring sports, you can check out the latest for their schedules online through TusculumPioneers.com. Changing gears back to a winter sport, or a couple of our winter sports that we have. Congratulations to the women's bowling team as they knock off yet another nationally ranked opponent, this time Nebraska, over the weekend. They finish in the Saints Invitational 10th. They'll be off for a couple of weeks before they make a road trip down to Orlando, which seems to be pretty nice, getting close to spring break. But Orlando, Florida in 2 weeks, February 7th. Men's volleyball, congratulations Coach Pennington and his squad as they are able to get their second victory of the season. They sweep Bluefield 3-0 this past weekend for their final home game in now over a month. The men's volleyball team will be on their Midwest trip at Lindenwood on Friday, McKendree on Saturday coming up this week. Best of luck to them. If you didn't get a chance to see them at home, you won't have another chance until February 29th. So we'll have a little bit more on that coming up later. Congratulations to our Zaxby's Athletes of the Week, and we'll start on the men's volleyball side of things. Sean Kampshoff, congratulations to him for earning the Zaxby's Athlete of the Week. Read about that through TusculumPioneers.com. And Sydney Wilson, and for women's basketball, the tremendous job that she has done for the women's team, has them ranked in the region, the top 3 team in the conference, and then goes down in the Catawba contest to prognosis. Not quite yet knows what that is, but what a huge loss that would be for the women's basketball team. We're obviously all hoping the best for Sid. They got a big week coming up as well. She is the leading scorers and is right now leading this team against LMU this past week. Scored 21 of her 27 points. That all came in the second half. And against Catawba in the loss, where we lost her in the fourth quarter, was not able to finish the contest, was leading the team in scoring at that point. Congratulations, though, to our Zaxby's Athletes of the Week. Coming up this weekend, February 1st, it will be military responders and first responders game. We'll host the Newberry Wolves. Come on out. All of those who are first responders are admitted absolutely free to the contest. Military, we appreciate all of the great responsibilities and all of the great work that you have done, obviously, to help our country be the way it is. And all the first responders, please come out and enjoy a free basketball weekend on us this coming Saturday. Tusculum versus Newberry. Tip-off for the women at 2 and the men at 4 o'clock. That'll be going on this weekend. Of course, the latest online has the Tusculum Pioneers Pack the Arena Day. We still have the basketball alumni weekend coming up. That'll be February 8th. And the baseball weekend, retiring Doug Jones's number 9, the longtime winningest active men's baseball coach at Tusculum, now the vice president for athletics. That'll be during the Catawba weekend. Please go online, get registered for that. Let us know that you're coming back to campus to be a part of those great weekends. Again, Pack the Arena versus Carson Newman in basketball. It will be in February. And then, of course, the alumni weekend, February 8th against Queens. And then the baseball weekend, alumni weekend, that will be February 21st, 22nd in the series against Catawba and the retiring of Doug Jones's number 9. Visit online through TusculumPioneers.com. For everyone behind the scenes here at the Pioneer Sports Network, I'm Brian Staten. And until next week, go Pioneers.